Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Road Magic Music Podcast. My name is Adam Zonis, and today we've got a very special guest. His name is Malakai. Malakai is 14 years old. He lives in Duncan, BC, and he's seriously one of the best musicians I've ever met, age notwithstanding. He came to one of my shows like 7 years ago. Him and his mom were the only people there, and I just love the kid. I really wanted to have him on the show. So let's get started here. Malachi, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what makes you tick?
Well, I'm a musician. I'm from Duncan. I've been playing since I was 7 years old. First started playing at little open mics and eventually started playing bigger gigs. Been writing songs for a while now.
Yeah. What genre of music would you say you play?
I'm not even sure. It's I do a lot of pop, folk, indie, sometimes R&B kind of stuff.
Cool. So I know you've got a really a kind of, I guess, a little sad story, an inspirational story about what got you into music. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. When I was 7, the first time I played anywhere, it was at the Duncan showroom, and it was almost Halloween. My dad and my mom took me. It's a kids open mic, so it's just supposedly there's going to be a lot of kids, and it's kids can go up and sing and stuff. There wasn't anyone there but me and my mom and dad, but I went up and played, and I had fun, and I was going to go the next month, but my mom, next month, my mom texted Longevity John, the owner, and told him we couldn't come in that month because my dad had passed away, and we were feeling a little just shaken, and we didn't feel right to come in that month. And at that point, the showroom people, Long John and Tim, they kind of took me in under their wing, kind of became my second fathers. And I've been playing shows there ever since. My dad taught me to play the ukulele that year. I have a funny story about that.
Let's hear it.
My dad taught me 3 chords on the ukulele, and then he went to work. He came back, and I taught myself to play 3 Beatles songs.
That's great. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the showroom. You said Longevity John and Tim, and tell me a little bit about the influence that they've had and the kind of some of the doors that they've opened for you.
Well, Long John, he has helped me get so many shows, probably 80% of the bigger shows and other things I've been so grateful to be able to do there, because he has connections and was able to get me to play places.
It's all about who you know.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what this thing on my head is, this is my headband that I got from Long John, because if you've never been to the showroom, it's an awesome place. I really recommend that you go. But everyone there wears a little headband that John makes, and he made me one when I was 8 years old, and we kind of had a little ceremony where he blessed it upon my head.
Aw.
It was nice. I always wear it, and it's on my merchandise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's awesome. I got my Malakai shirt in the mail along with my son Xander, who you're kind of good friends with. Um, and I love your shirt. I love the design. Um, can you tell us who made it and what you're going to be doing with all the money you make from selling your merch?
Yeah. The person who designed this is Ruth from Station Street Tattoo in Duncan. And the people who like are producing the hoodies and shirts and stuff. I've got a couple of the shirts here. I got them in white and blue. The people who are actually like making the shirts are Black Cat Studios in Nanaimo. And all the money that I get from selling my merch, I am using it to fund my way to get to the Folk Alliance International Conference in 2025.
That sounds really fun. So, what's the Folk Alliance International Conference, and what are you going to do there? Like, why? What's happening?
Well, it's the largest gathering of the folk music industry in the world. It's normally happens in places in the U.S., but next year it's going to happen in Montreal. And with the money from the merch, I'm going to be able to get my way to Montreal. And there's a bunch of there's showcases for the bigger artists, like the more notable. Like I know, I think it was last year Matt Anderson played.
Oh yeah.
Then there's also like smaller areas that people like me can play. So hopefully
Cool.
play a couple
Well,
rooms there.
sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, so, uh, just want to let everyone know who's watching. We got a few people here. You're welcome to leave a comment, and I'll put it up on the screen. If you have a question for Malakai, or you just want to, tell him to zip up his fly or something like that, that's cool. But I think maybe now we're going to take a couple minutes and get him to sing a song. You do write your own songs, correct?
Yep.
Cool. Let's tell us about the song you want to sing and sing it for us there, would you please?
Well, this first song I've got is a song that I wrote a couple years ago about my dad. And it is
Great.
called Ashes in the Sand.
Okay.
Your body was my shield, guard me from mine. Sad, sad madness, more than my strife. And me back up, ready for that I fell in. Sort out all my problems, I found to grin. When I travel around the world, I'll always have you on my mind. At every mile marker, every stop sign. From Tokyo to Cairo, Vancouver to Milan, I'll be thinking of which beach to spread your ashes in the sand. me places in any kind of weather. And my life fell apart, putting the pieces back together. Your arms would hug me sweetly after I was reassembled. But you didn't buy a body, oh, it was just a rental. When I travel around the world, I'm thinking about you every day. Every gas station, for every bathroom break. From India to Germany, from mommy to the world. I'll always have you on my mind, I'll always think of you. Your voice will speak to me when I play your guitar. You won't be here on earth, but now you rest on the stars. Your love has helped to guide me through many, many years. You made me strong and all along, and you helped me conquer fear. The book of life never stopped you, God, turn the day. So whenever I'm performing, I'll think of you up on stage. From Utah to New Brunswick, when I'm playing all my songs, I'll keep your love inside me in my heart where it belongs.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow, man. That was so good.
Thank you.
Man, that's like better. Can you give me some guitar lessons? No, that was awesome, man. And one of the more overlooked things I think is that like those lyrics are really great. They're really meaningful. They're really profound. And I mean, I know you've heard this before, but like for someone who's so young, that's really like a really deep song, and you performed it really well. And I am super, super impressed. Yeah, that's really great. Ooh, the crowd goes wild. Um, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what you got coming up in the next few months. You got a nice opening slot for someone who's actually kind of famous. Is that correct?
Yeah, I later in March, I've got a really cool show coming up. It's 2 shows. I'm going to be opening for Daniel Champagne at the Duncan Showroom. The first show is on March 20th, which will actually be my last show as a 14-year-old. Because
Woohoo!
the first is my birthday, and that'll be my first show as a 15-year-old.
Whoa!
So that'll be pretty fun. I've always loved Daniel Champagne. The first time I saw him, I was, I'm pretty sure 7 years old. I was always like, if you have seen Daniel Champagne before, you will notice that my guitar playing is quite inspired by him in terms of like playing in alternate tunings. The tuning that I'm playing in right now is...
Yeah, was that open D or something?
It's open E flat.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
If anyone wants to try it at home, it's E B E, A flat, B E is for open E. I play that but a half step down. So E flat, B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat.
So we've got a comment here.
Yeah.
Proud granny here, loving watching you.
Hello there.
Hey, yeah, that's wonderful.
I can see under the Masimba Marimba account.
Yeah, proud granny here. So we see the name is Masimba Marimba. I'm assuming that's your granny.
That is,
so
yep, that is my granny. That is her marimba.
Wonderful. Well, I love it when families support families in music. So yeah, so you're opening for Daniel Champagne on March 20th. Is just one show or is there two shows?
The 20th and the 21st.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And you said you've got some 39 Days of July happening in the summer, and maybe like some other things in the works that you might be happening.
Yeah, well, I've got a couple things that I'm excited for later in the year. I have a couple things booked, but like the lineups aren't released yet, and I also have that are like still waiting to hear back from people on.
Aren't we all?
I still do have some availability, but
yeah,
some things I'm looking forward to that I can talk about are in May 3rd. I'm going to be playing on Pender Island, which is I'm really excited for because Pender Island is the place my dad grew up.
Oh.
I've been there once, never played music there though. So it'll be fun to play there. I'm playing at the Pender Island Community Hall.
Right. Is that like your own show or part of another event?
Yeah, it's my own show. It'll be
Wow, that's so cool.
And on July 3rd, at the 39 Days of July, I'm going to be playing in City Square Stage, opening for Braden Gates, he's an artist that's like played the showroom a lot. He's from Edmonton. I love his songwriting. He's really awesome. If you've ever been to the showroom, you'll know that there's music playing before every show. He is one of those people that has a lot of music in the reel playing before the shows. I love his music so much. I've covered a couple of his songs.
Cool. And they make you go to school, right?
I do attend facilities.
And what are your plans for when school's done?
Well, I'm gonna just focus more on my music. Like I do my music. I do it a lot during the summer. Working at the 39 Days, I'm volunteering there, and I'm doing shows throughout the year a little bit. But once my schooling is done and I don't have things to do during the day, I'll probably just like focus a lot more on like getting gigs, being able to make it like a sustainable thing.
I hear you want to buy a car and go on tour. Is that right?
That would be a thing that I'd love to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm already saving money for a car.
That's awesome. Yeah. I had something super smart I was going to say there, but oh yeah. You said you also are making some electronic music.
A little bit. It's just kind of a hobby.
Any potential for like a Malakai, DJ Malakai happening in the future?
Not under the name Malakai, probably. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
In the future, maybe something. Not sure yet.
That's cool. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about. You got a website, is that correct?
I do have a website, malakaimusician.com.
Yeah, and you have you regularly release stuff on Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, I do post, like, I'm trying to get a more consistent upload schedule.
Yeah.
Instagram. I'm also posting a little bit on my YouTube.
Yeah.
All of those are Malakai Musician.
Great. So we should follow you on all those platforms. And you said you're currently working on some recordings that you want to get up on Spotify before too long?
I am working on that. I do not have the Spotify or like anything on Spotify yet, but I was recording at the showroom, and we're working on it. Working
Cool.
finished, so I'll be able to have some tracks on Spotify, like hopefully like sometime later this year. Not sure when though.
Well, I will definitely put you on rotation on my Spotify for sure. Um, yeah, is there anything else you want to say or add or let everybody know about you or your music or anything?
Uh, I don't have much else to talk about.
Okay, then maybe you have something else you want to sing about.
I can play another song.
Let's do it.
Another song in open E flat.
Sure. Oh, Andrea's psychic song, Andrea's Honest says, yay, when she heard that you have music coming out.
Awesome. Already have some, like, the equivalent of a pre-order.
Woohoo! We have two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this song is a song that I wrote it a couple months ago, and it is a song called Oslo. That and the song that I played last are probably my favorite songs that I've written.
Then they're my favorite songs you've written too.
They're just, not only did I feel like I'm proud of the writing I've done on them, but also I love just anything in open E flat, open E. That this tuning is immaculate.
Okay.
There, you should definitely at least just test it out. It's a really fun tuning to experiment with.
Okay.
So this song is called Oslo. I can't see where I am. The smoke is gone, but blurry vision stays. I can't feel when I stand. If I can, I don't know how much more that I can take. Running out of time and luck, and all I have is pocket change. Something's in the air and I can't breathe it in. I'm always moving around in my life. We all are just making our way. Pacific one weekend, Europe the next. I just wanna find somewhere to stay. Hopefully somewhere cold where I can rest. I found Norway, built myself a nest. Hopes and carabiners left here by a couple. Climbing the rocks that I never could climb myself. I picked the rope up and picked up some sticks from the rubble. I built myself a home without a doorbell. Knock on the wall if you need me, though I will not answer till you see my face. don't like moving around in my life, but I have to stay above surface. No one has asked me to stay afloat, and I'm starting to notice no purpose. I found somewhere cold where I can lay. Always sees me here another day. Find and seek you. Found me in my home, turned on the light. Daytime shines, you can see the sun. You saw me say goodnight. Carry me from Oslo down to Canada to home. Sometimes I regret the choices that brought me here. I always moved around in the night, and I never had opened my vision. I like the dark, I don't hate the light, but I never could see any difference. Time to go, my time to go to sleep. Norway left my life falling here.
Woo! Man, that was so good, Malakai. Thank you so much. Well, I think that's about a good time to call it an evening here. It is a school night. I need to get my beauty rest. So I would like to thank Malakai coming here from Duncan, BC. Uh, yeah, thanks so much. My name is Adam Zonis. I do play in a duo with my wife. We are called Zonis. This is our YouTube channel, Zonis Music. We publish our own content. I have the weekly podcast every Monday at 7:30. It's the Road Magic Music Podcast. We also put up some travel videos about places we go. We just like to have a lot of fun. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Monday at 7:30. Once again, thank you, Malakai. Hopefully, I'll see you this summer somewhere too.
Yeah, you too.
Bye, my friend.